Hello everyone. This is a presentation made on the topic ICMB version 6 and the total discussion is divided into two parts, part 1 and part 2. And ICMB, that is Internet Control Message Protocol, it is a network layer protocol, network layer supporting protocol, and the pure ICMB and its working we already seen, that is the one which is working along with the core protocol, that is IP version 4. But when it comes to IP version 6, a new control protocol is proposed for it, equivalent to the ICMB that is working with IPv4, and this is ICMB version 6. So ICMB version 6 is just like the ICMB protocol that we discussed in IPv4, but this one is proposed for working with the IP version 6. Okay, let's begin. So ICMB version 6, as we already know, if you are looking at the network layer in a typical TCP/IP model where IPv4 is using as a core protocol of the network layer, you can see ICMB, and also you can see another protocol, that is Internet Group Management Protocol, IGMB, that is used for the handling of the multicast group. But when it comes to the network layer in a version 6, IP version 6 protocol, actually in addition to this ICMB and IGMB, there are many other network protocols also there, but we are focusing these two. Why it is? Because if you are looking at IP version 6, equivalent to this IGMB and ICMB, both are replaced by this ICMB version 6. Now this ICMB version 6 is doing the functionality of both ICMB as well as IGMB that are used in a typical IPv4 network when it comes to IPv6. Okay. So ICMB version 6 follows the same strategy and purposes of what we discussed in our basic discussion on ICMB protocol that is proposed for the IP version 4 network. So when it comes to IPv6, it is only slightly more complex than ICMB version 4 or simply ICMB. And the differences are like, if you are looking at ICMB version 6, it is slightly more complex than ICMB version 4. How it is complex? Because some protocols that were independent in version 4 are now part of ICMB version 6. Okay, and that we will see. So something new are added in ICMB version 6 compared to ICMB version 4. Also, the new messages have been added to ICMB version 6 to make it more useful. We will see them. And it introduces some simplifications also by eliminating the obsolete types of messages that are no longer in use when it comes to ICMB version 4. Some of the messages that are proposed in ICMB version 4, people later identified some of them are of no use, and they are just eliminated in ICMB version 6. So just look at the header structure of ICMB version 6. Just like what we seen in the ICMB version 4, here also we have an 8-bit type field followed by the code for further classification within a given type. So this type field is going to identify the type of ICMB message. It can be an error message or it can be a information message. So what it is? Another 8-bit within a given type. Further different codes are given for different category within a given type, if any, and 16-bit checksum field followed by the ICMB version 6 message. Okay, and you can see that so first there will be the ICMB version 6 message formed whenever there is the network layer want to communicate some error or some information to the end systems, and that will be appended with the or encapsulated within the ICMB version 6 header, just something like this. And this ICMB version 6 header and ICMB version 6 message together will be sent as an IPv6 packet. So additionally we have to add the IPv6 header also, just for our ICMB message. And when it now this is what the network layer is making, and that will be given to the data link layer. Definitely it will be adding the data link layer header, particularly the MAC sublayer header, that is a media access control layer header. Okay, and that will be given to the physical layer, and that transfer will happen. So if you are looking at the header, the type field is an 8-bit field, and out of that 8-bit, 2 raised to 8, 256 combinations are possible. So out of those 256, the higher order bits, that is the higher order combinations, so just like this, the out of the 256, the first half 0 to 127, and if you are looking at the binary of this number, we can see that the most significant bit is found to be 0. So all the ICMP messages with the type field beginning with 0 corresponds to error message in an ICMP version 6 protocol. Similarly, if the binary, that means just look at this bit, this particular bit, the most significant bit of the type field. If it is 1, that will be represented the remaining half, and that corresponds to the information message. And followed by there is a code field which is 8 bits, depends on the particular type. Further classification. Checksum 16-bit used to detect errors within a given ICMP, and which is part of IPv6. ICMP version 6 messages, we can broadly classify it like error messages, informational messages. These things we already seen, but two more new things are added here. The one that is neighbor discovery messages, that is neighbor discovery protocol, and we will see what it is. And similarly for the group management, I already told you, if you are looking at ICMP version 4 or if you are looking at IPv4, the group management, that is a multicast group creation, how to add a member to the group, how a member can leave the group, and all those things are taken care by a special network layer protocol called IGMP, Internet Group Management Protocol. But when it comes to ICMP, IPv6, the ICMP version 6 is taken care of that multicast group management also. So there are group membership messages also. So like that, I can one can classify ICMP version 6 message into 4 categories. So whether it is an error message or an information message or a neighbor discovery or group membership message, it is transported within an IPv6 packet in which the extension header can also present. Okay, so that we already seen in ICMP or V4 and V6, both we are transported within IPv4 or IPv6 packet, right? So when it comes to IPv6, you can expect some extension headers also if applicable. Then it is identified by a value of 58 in the next header field of the IPv6 header or of the preceding header. That we know in an IPv6, that also we discussed it. If you look at the header structure of IPv6, you can see a field called next header, and that is equivalent to the protocol field of IPv4, right? So this is going to indicate what is the protocol number of the information that is following it. Like if you look at the main header of IPv6, this header field will be containing the protocol number of the next the immediately following extension header, if any. Otherwise it will be containing the value of the protocol number of the upper layer information. But listen, here we are sending an ICMP message which is a network layer protocol, right? So we have a ICMP message, and that ICMP message is encapsulated within an IPv6 packet. So that IPv6 packet will be containing a next header field, and that will contain the protocol number of ICMP version 6, and we know for ICMP version 4 the protocol number is 1, and that is what we are storing in the IPv4 protocol field. So if you are not getting this, just go through how that IPv4 header and IPv6 header are looking, then you will understand. And what is this next header field. So 58 is the protocol number of ICMP version 6 protocol. And whenever the receiver or any end machine is getting an ICMP message on also simply an IPv6 packet with the next header field saying that it is 58. That particular machine can understand that the information that is contained within the ICMP version 6 packet is a ICMP message. Okay, hope it is clear. I made it slightly confusing. Just go through how this, what is this next header if it is not clear. Okay. So ICMP version 6 error reporting messages. So we saw 4 categories of message, and now we are moving on to detailed discussion on the error reporting messages. So if you are looking at the error messages, mainly there are 4 error messages: type 1, type 2, type 3 and type 4 respectively, like destination unreachable message. Packet too big message, time exceed message, parameter problem. So you can compare it with the ICMP v4 that we already studied. Destination unreachable is something that is there in ICMP version 4 also. So whenever you are sending an IP packet, so see, ICMP messages are generated for an error that is happening for IP message, particularly IPv4 packet. Similarly, whenever you are sending an IPv6 packet, if there is any error, ICMP P6 message will be generated. So that time destination unreachable is a typical error whenever the particular intermediate routers are not able to send your information. That may be due to a link failure, or it can be a destination machine itself is failed or offline, or machine may be up, and within that machine that particular process which is supposed to receive your information may not be functioning, and in any of these cases the destination unreachable message could be generated by ICMP. This is same as ICMP version 4. And packet too big is something that is proposed for ICMP version 6, and you can see that this kind of a message is not there with ICMP version 4. So as the name suggests, you are sending an information, on the way it is received by a particular intermediate router, and it found that the size of the IP packet is too big, that that particular router is not able to handle it. It is not able to forward that IP packet to a link, because outgoing links are not supporting that much bigger size packet. So definitely it will generate an error called I am not able to handle this particular packet because it is of bigger size beyond my capacity. Okay. And time exceed message is the same one that we discussed in ICMP version 4, and whenever that time, this is related to the TTL field. So you know that same TTL field is there in IPv6 also, but when it comes to IPv6, the TTL field we renamed it to hop limit. Okay, so time to leave, you know what is time to leave in IPv4, the same thing is there in IPv6 also with a new name called hop limit. That means every router on the way will be decreasing its value, and whenever it is reaching 0, it is supposed to reach the receiver. If it is not reaching the receiver, that will be discarded. That is for avoiding the packet looping, and this thing we already discussed in ICMP, and the same thing is available here also. Now it is applicable for IPv6 packet. Parameter problem, if there is any problem with the IP header, particularly IPv6 header, this error will be reported. So a briefing about the 4 types of messages we discussed. The destination unreachable message, it indicates that the datagram could not be delivered to its destination, and the code value provides more information on the nature of the error further. That means destination itself, destination can be unreachable due to different reasons like link failure, process failure, or host failure, and further details of the further classification on this destination unreachable message you can see by looking at different values of code. Similarly, the next one, that is packet too big, sent when a datagram cannot be forwarded because it is too big for the maximum transmission unit of the next hop in the router, that I already told you. The particular router is not able to forward it further, and this message is needed in IPv6 and not in IPv4, because in IPv4 routers can fragment oversized message. This is something you have to note down, and the same concept I am discussing in IPv6 also. If you look at IPv6 protocol, the intermediate routers are not doing fragmentation. The fragmentation is something that is a responsibility of the sender machine. Okay, so you just listen to this video after finishing IPv6, okay, then so that this concept will be clear. And so the intermediate routers are not going to fragment the data, but when it comes to IPv4, the intermediate routers are allowed to fragment the data. So when intermediate routers are not able to fragment the data, and at the same time they are not able to handle your packet because it is of very large size, definitely it will be dropped and this error will be generated. So while in IPv6 the intermediate routers can't fragment the oversized data, that is why they are generating such an error. Time exceed, sent when a datagram has been discarded prior to the delivery due to hop limit field reduced to 0. So hop limit field, that is a TTL field, that will be decremented by 1. If it is reaching 0, that means when it is reaching 0, if it is reaching the actual receiver, then everything is fine. But if it is not received by the receiver and still this hop limit field is reaching 0, means the packet is taking a wrong route and it is simply looping. So to avoid this looping, we have this feature, and accordingly a time exceed error message will be sent back to the sender. Then parameter problem, it indicates a miscellaneous problem specified by the code value. You can classify it further in delivering a datagram. Particularly this is a problem with the IPv6 header. Some of the informations are manipulated, and so the router or the destination machine is not able to handle your IP packet because it is not getting enough information. Some of the bits in that header is changed, or it could be. So how it will be identified? With the help of checksum field, right? Somehow it can identify that error, and accordingly ICMP version 6 parameter problem error will be generated and sent back to the end machine. So if you look at the error message, quick comparison between ICMP version 4 and version 6, destination unreachable message, it is there in v4 and v6, right? Source quench, and that is something generated when there is congestion, and that kind of a message was there in v4, but it is not there in v6. So that means it is handled in a different way. Right now you understand like that. Packet too big is something that is introduced in v6 but not there in v4. And time exceed the TTL or hop limit, whatever it is there in both v6 and v6. And parameter problem is also there in v6 and v4. Redirection message is also there in v6 and v4. And all these messages which we learned in v4 is somewhat available in v6 also, but some in v4 are not there in v6. For example, source quench. Similarly, we introduced some new messages also in v6, just like the packet too big problem. Okay, thank you. So that about the error messages. Now in the next part we will see the information messages and their classification. Thank you.